with the Padres. Contrary to where the Angels are, the Padres have not named an opening day starter. Now, I do believe a lot of this was kind of evaluating how Yu Darvish is feeling, as he is, of course, back with the big club after the Japan win. And he didn't really start. I don't know about early, but in terms of like the knockout stages or the tournament style, the single elimination, he did not start. He, of course, was the eighth inning guy before Otani in the
He didn't start at
championship
all.
game.
As
Sorry.
far as I remember as far as I remember, he did not start at all.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because there were some games, at 3 in the morning where they played. I love baseball, but I also love sleep, so didn't dive too deep into that. So I think a lot of it's going to kind of gauge how you Darvish looks, how he feels. My guess, I think, just play it safe. I would think you'd see Blake Snell get that call, obviously, with also Joe Musgrove still a little banged up. There is some talk that he could make the opening day roster, but with a broken toe, with the amount of depth the Padres have pitching wise, I think you kind of take it slow on him. I could see Blake Snell getting kind of that call with Yu Darvish being the number two, but nothing in set in stone just yet. I will say, looking kind of at the way the roster is probably going to shake out, at least the 26-man roster, the big league roster. I do have a little bit of concerns with kind of platooning DHs. You have a situation where both Nelson Cruz and Matt Carpenter are probably going to make this team as essentially DH only guys. Matt Carpenter maybe plays a little first, but ideally these two guys are going to be DHs. That's kind of a unfortunate loss of a roster spot, not a huge amount of depth. We'll see how that goes. But we will obviously get some sort of it'll get figured out within 20 games when Tatis comes back, and that's essentially to my next question: is who is going to play left field for the first 20 games or so, left field or right field, depending on where you want to put Soto. But I think there's plenty of options until Tatis comes back, which will be April 20th. I do expect to see Tatis in one of the outfield positions, the corner outfield positions, I should say. He's been doing a lot of work in right field with the in spring training. I think until then, though, I really want to give that spot to Jose Azocar. I think this is a guy that he's played himself into contention after last year, had a really, really solid season for a rookie that wasn't expected a whole lot of. And I think you could also keep an eye on Rougned Odor. Does he make the team? That's another question. But if he does, I think he will get some real playing time, at least in the first month, in one of those corner outfielders as we wait for Tatis to come back. But once again, Odor is on a minor league contract. So that is kind of a situation where if he does make the team, then you kind of deal with roster spots and DFAing and things like that. So they may just cut ties and go with Azocar and maybe David Dahl, something like that. But plenty of questions to be answered. But for the Padres, I think you get through the World Baseball Classic, you get through everyone essentially coming back healthy. Obviously, the Musgrove situation is unfortunate, but I mean, that's, a weight training accident, dropping a weight on your foot. Not ideal. I've done it before, but nothing to do with anything WBC related. So they essentially get out of there scot free and will coming to the regular season as healthy as you would like. So that is all I have for the Padre report. Time to dive into the AL West preview. And of course, if we're talking about the AL West, we got to start with Brianna's picks. Brianna, what are your picks or the predicted order of the NL or excuse me, of the AL West?
Well,